going on, everybody? I'm back in the wilderness. I'm in the mountains. It's been a while. It's been the rainiest July in pretty much New England history since they started recording it. I'm here enjoying the peace in the wilderness. My buddy might meet up with me later to have a nice fire. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna have a scenario. We're gonna pretend that we're hiking and suddenly you get lost or something and you have to stay overnight. You don't have any tools. You gotta build a shelter. So I don't have to worry about fire, but do I have to worry about fire? Anyone who lives in New England knows how much it's been raining. So this is gonna be more challenging than it looks. However, if you know the right materials to get, you'll be all right. So me and Dee the doggy gonna take a little hike and then we're gonna go off trail a little bit, try to figure out a place to have a good shelter. If my buddy shows up, hopefully he'll notice this and see his name written right here, Jeff, with the arrows. He'll probably smell the smoke and he's gonna clap really hard once he gets to this area right here. So here's a fork and he knows to start looking for me on the left. So I'm gonna try to find a spot right up in here. With all this rain, this is the #1 thing you need for tinder. Birch bark, man. So now it's all about finding a safe spot to build a shelter. Come on, doggy. We're gonna find somewhere kind of open. Oh man, this is seriously funny. I got this good luck or ability to find the backwoods sites. I swear to you, I had no idea that this was here. You just learn when you're going on trail and you're thinking about going off trail. You kind of can read the signs because people walking a bunch of times to a certain place, it's similar to a game trail and seeing, you know, marks from animals. And look at this. I think I'll use this to make my demonstration. Come here, doggy.
How's it going?
You guys, seriously, you're not going to believe that I found this spot in the backwoods off the trail. First things first, I need to get a fire going. Everything is wet. This birch bark, super dry. I got to get some other materials, get a fire going immediately. But I want this, especially because of the mosquitoes and everything. So here we go. And it looks like Jeff showed up, so he is going to be part of this episode. Come on down! Come on, Dee Dee. Let's get this guy. Come on, girl. Wait till he sees this spot. Ew! So this is cool. Jeffrey actually showed up earlier than expected. Over here. Oh, hey! Yo, wait till you see what I found. Wait till you see what I found. You're gonna laugh at me. Now, I'm glad this man showed up, because now I have proof that I am not faking it for YouTube and the site that I found. How you doing, Mr. Perullo? Good to see you. Perullo knows Dee Dee very well. Listen to her. Oh, she's so happy. Come on down, man.
Yeah.
I got some tick and some mosquito spray.
Whoa.
Yeah. Jeff's been in the mountains on a little vacation. Y'all have seen him before because he's part of our survival. And I'm gonna force him to help me real quick. And he's gonna love it.
Are you coming down? You coming down? We got some birch bark.
Yeah. Howdy. We gathered a whole bunch of materials. And we didn't film any of it just because if you were truly in a situation like this, you got lost or something, you know that you have to stay overnight. The more procrastinating you do, the longer things take, the more crappy situation you're going to be in. So anyways, we gathered everything. We're going to get a fire going. It's been raining crazy, huh? What do you think about all this rain?
One of the rainiest months in recorded history.
in New England. It's out of control. It's out of control, but we're gonna get a fire going. I should have taken a rock and created some dust here. It'll catch though. There we go. It always does. Oh man, it's so wet. Super wet. This is out of control.
I can see it. Maybe the audience can too.
Right? But I like the challenge, trying to get a fire going in these conditions. We got some flame, dog. We got some flame. You got the fire looking good so far. So why don't you tell everybody the next step?
Well, I'm going to tend to the fire while you get going on the shelter, because we're going to utilize the fact that we have two people, because both are very important, definitely with all this damp weather we're having here in New England this summer. So that's it. I'll be here if you need me.
Heck yeah. Let's get this started. Now, see me? Perfect. We're running out of time, so I just got to do this very fast. I've made a shelter like this before in a previous video about a year ago, where it was an emergency A-frame shelter. And if you're truly in a situation where you got no tools, it's wet like this, you just got to get something up really, really quick. So, you're going to find 2 wide pieces. You need to be too picky. Okay? And I'm going to take 2 wide pieces, and then I'm going to find a ridge pole. And we're thinking this is an emergency, so we're not trying to look cool. We're just trying to get shelter up quick. We got these 2 wide pieces. Find a ridge pole, and steady it. You got yourself a thing. This may even be potentially too big. Bam. Now we're going to just take pieces and we're going to lay them across. I made this smaller because you're going to be able to get the shelter up quicker, as well as you'll be able to retain the heat more because it's not as large, right? So, with this being smaller, we don't have to get so many large pieces, you know what I mean? So lay them across. And you really are going to retain more heat. It was so large that it would have taken us a while to go and get huge pieces. Now, once it gets down to over here, it's going to be much easier to find the pieces that we need. Everything's soaked. Took a while for this stuff to be able to balance correctly so it doesn't slide. And this is challenging. That's why it's good to have at least a little pocket saw. Not even a pocket saw. A saw that you can cut some stuff, because this will be much faster. Okay, can't use that. Okay, so this is the basic skeleton. We're running out of time. Jeff's got the fire going. Now we're gonna throw a whole bunch of debris on. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. It's coming along.
The problem with all the leaves, everything is soaked. It's like mud. So while we're piling some on, we actually have to rely more on these pine boughs and hemlock boughs. It's not 100% waterproof, but if you keep on collecting more and more and try to throw some more debris and everything, you'll find yourself a little shelter.
It's good to layer up.
Layer up, yes.
I like the idea, you know, it's pretty muddy out here. It's,
yeah.
You know, you have to do what you have to do to survive, but those leaves, you know, you have the right idea. Layer it up with all these boughs here. And
it's just too tough with all the wet mud. It actually would make it kind of wet,
you know,
dripping
so
water.
It's definitely a great idea to layer up. I mean,
thank you, officer.
Thank you, Finny. Doing pretty well. I mean, considering my new career is building houses for hobbits, you know.
Yes.
That's our new thing, you know, Perullo and Vaz. Houses for hobbits.
Houses for hobbits, folks. With the sun going down soon, that's pretty much as good as it's going to get for now. If we had more time, we'd even put more debris on and everything. Not 100% waterproof. How you doing, Jeffrey?
Hey, buddy.
You are the master. Look at this.
It's wet.
Rainiest July in New England history since they started recording it. What is this guy doing? He's got a fire the whole time. And we got a little shelter. Excuse the smoke. How you doing?
You're doing well. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
No problem. Good. Here we go.
Don't cut that one.
Right, with the laughs, here we go. There's a lot you guys don't see behind the scenes, and sometimes we keep it. Thank you so much for doing a great job keeping the fire going on the rainiest July in New England history.
You're welcome. I did my best. It's tough.
No, but look at it. We got flame, right? It's as important as the shelter. Now, this isn't completely waterproof, but it would retain your heat, and it would keep you out of the elements. It would be much better if you had one as opposed to not. It's a little snug because if you truly were in this situation, you don't want a big, huge shelter. It's going to be colder. So this would actually fit us if we were truly surviving and really having to survive. Luckily, we get to go home and this ain't no big deal. But this is what you do if you need to have a shelter going, you got no tools, keep your fire going, stay safe. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
It ain't no California king. God damn. It's tight, but when you're surviving, I mean, do you really go to bed? Do you sleep?
Right, exactly.